Ever since Abraham Lincoln, shout out to Easy.
Word on the streets, they ain't heard of us.
Holla at your boy. It wasn't until
But don't even
Black
speak
Moses
word to us.
that we started voting Democrat. Curtis Flow.
To all my brothers and sisters
I wonder what happened.
that they've been playing us all.
Come on.
Dawn of the prophecy, caught up in the mockery, trying to praise Yah up in the world of idolatry. Yeah, now take a look at this hypocrisy. Here in this metropolis, we're calling a democracy. Beyonce and Jay and Jesse tried to pray with us. LeBron tried to play with us, but really you should hang it up. Hebrew, Israelite, children of the giver's light, spirits in the flesh, nothing less. We fear in life. A born king is a given right, and thorns sting from the crown when delivered by black church leaders. All they do is beat us, feed us all these lies like the serpent they deceived us for 30 years even. What is the achievement? $400 billion in the pockets of their Jesus.
Shalom to all my brothers and sisters. Black Republican. What does it mean? Well, it really means the kindred of the lost tribe of Judah here in America. You see, this has been a great year. It's 2016. It was a great year of awakening, a great year of understanding. I was actually given a gift this year. You see, my entire life I've searched for the truth. I've always been a truth seeker, and it didn't occur to me that the truth was right in front of my face the whole entire time. And what I mean by that is, you know, I was raised to be very religious. I'm sure most of you have, and I was raised in the Baptist church. I was, raised to be a Christian just like most of you. Now, first and foremost, I do want to say I do believe in God and I do believe in Jesus, but I've always had questions. We'll just leave it at that. And the questions I've had since I was 13 that always just drove me crazy were who we are and where do we really come from. That question has driven me crazy my entire life. And this year, I was blessed enough to have that information fall into my hands, and it changed my life. Now, I'm not here to convert anybody or make anyone think or believe what I believe. I just wanted to share this for all my brothers and sisters out there who are awakening to the truth that I awoke to, the truth that I found. And once you discover this truth, it's very hard to swallow at first. It really takes a while for you to wrap your head around it. But my question my entire life was, if we're slaves in America, where are we slaves from? And we all know that they took away our language, our culture, and even our names were beat out of us. So it has always bugged me. Why would they do that? Why would they take away our religion? What was our religion? Who was our God? What was our language? And it wasn't until this year I actually got my answers. I mean, I got kicked out of the church at 13 for seeking these answers and asking these questions. So I've been deciding what I want to do with this channel and what it really wants to be about. And like I said, I'm not here to convert anyone spiritually, emotionally, or anything like that. I'm not trying to start a new cult or anything like that, or a new religion or a new belief. I just simply have a hypothesis, and my hypothesis is this. The truth that set me free this year is I learned the truth about my DNA. I learned about where it took me to. It took me all the way back to northeastern Africa. And the first thing I wanted to do after I got my DNA tested was, why does it go back to northeastern Africa? And what I found was that the biblical stories of the slaves was us. We were slaves in Israel. We were slaves in Babylon. We were slaves. We were just a history of slavery. And my whole life, I used to think, does God hate us? Why? Why do we have to go through this? And this video is just for me to serve as an apology and to just apologize to God for thinking He left us and abandoned us. Because now I've come to realize that we've been cursed because of our forefathers. And if they had done what they were supposed to do, we wouldn't be in this situation. So instead of looking at it as why He did this to us, now I am happy He has done this to us. Because if we do turn back to Him, we will actually be able to fulfill His word. And the word is truth and love, and God loves us. He's always loved us. But discovering God's real name, discovering the fact that I came from the Igbo tribe. What is the Igbo tribe? What is slavery? Where did we come from? And all these answers. And to leave it off on this note, I'm just going to play a quick video here as I close out. And after I discovered all these truths and I came into the understanding that we are Hebrews. And when I say Hebrews, I don't mean, there's different sets out there and everyone's talking on this subject, and I like to give a shout out to all the brothers out there who are dropping knowledge across the internet and bringing knowledge to our people, because we need it. We are truly suffering from the scars of something very deep. And I just like everyone to know that according to my calculations, we were cursed because our forefathers, and we were brought into slavery again. America is Egypt. And we are slaves and in bondage in this country. And even though slavery started around 1612, it was actually from about 1619 when you can actually date the start of it. So prophecy is about to fulfill itself. That's why I'm starting this channel. I believe in Yah, and I believe the prophecy is about to fulfill itself. 400 years of slavery will end in 2019. So hang on, it's going to be a ride. Going to be doing a lot more videos. Just wanted to share my piece and share my revelations for 2016. It was a wonderful year, and what I've been searching for my whole life I found. Now we'll get into more videos, like I said, because when you do the research it'll take you back. But basically what I gather is we were slaves in many different communities, and we took and recorded stories from each one of those communities to keep as our history, and that was recorded in the quote-unquote Bible. So I will not be calling myself a Christian, although I do believe in Jesus, not the name per se, but the story of Jesus comes from Egypt. So we have to find the tie-in between being a Hebrew and being an Egyptian, and if we can do that, I think that'll be the right path. Leave your comments and suggestions below. Talk to you soon.
Tell me if we don't live in revelation. Even if you don't see, we battle sin. Even if you can't see, the time is wisdom. Now we be way too busy trying to face them. Tell me if we don't live in revelation. Even if you don't see, we battle sin. Even if you can't see, the time is wisdom. Now we be way too busy trying to face them.
There's not many others, sisters and brothers who have come to discover what Black Republic is. The haters and lovers, but you can take nothing from us, because we came in the gutter with Black Republic. There's not many others, sisters and brothers who have even recovered from Black Republic. The hater and lover, but you can take nothing from it, because we came in the gutter with Black Republic.
Tell me if we don't live in revelation.
Hallelujah.
Even if you
Kanye, holla at your boy.
Even if you can't see,
You're gonna need an ally. Going up against the demons.
trying to face them.